I see you've come to discuss problems with Rob and that there have been some difficulties at school. Tell me some good things about him.
He's usually very good at home. He's helpful. He's kind, and he doesn't cause trouble at home. But the school teacher tells me that he's being bullied, and that's making him more quiet and more withdrawn. He's not participating much in school activities anymore.
So that is good that the teachers identified bullying as a problem. And it's very unfortunate that in any school, when there is bullying, the bully gets away, the victim has to face all the difficulties. Now, anger is an emotion. And in order for anger to come, there must be something that triggers it. In his case, it is the bullying. And the consequence of that anger might be aggression. And it's the aggression that causes the trouble. So he might not be able to tolerate so much, and then he gets into things, either lashes out at somebody or kicks somebody, and then that causes trouble. And the other parents would complain that we cannot keep our child in the school if he is not sent away. So eventually it all turns around to this victim who's really not the cause of the problem. And from your point of view, it's not easy to go and confront the head teacher with this bullying, even if the teacher says so. Because the head teacher will say, we have a no bullying policy, and there is no bullying here. Everybody will do that. Same thing in some colleges where they have a no ragging policy, but there will be ragging. It's common. So we have to teach our children to manage some of these difficult situations. And one of the first things that you have to do as parents is to formulate a plan where you can develop a little special dedicated time for him, a mommy time, a daddy time. And it has to be every day, same time. During that time, you are in a room with him, face to face, and you're asking questions right away. Say something funny that happened in your workplace or on the way to work or something, or things about in the news about common things about Trump or anything like that, and some things about the coronavirus, whatever you want to say, and keep it simple. And in the last 2 to 3 minutes, say, we appreciated how you did something yesterday when you helped mom with that thing or whatever. So bring out the good things, find the good things, and then now tell me something that happened in school or something that made you happy at school. Rather than go to something that made you angry, try to let him think of something that made him happy. You are good at maths, and so are you helping somebody with maths? Maybe if you do that, you will get better at it and people start appreciating you. Those kind of things. And every day if this goes on, little by little he'll open up and he'll get more into what is the actual matter of bullying and who's causing the trouble. But in all of these behavior problems, it is just like in medicine we have ABC, airway, breathing and circulation. In behavior management we have also ABC. Do you have any idea of those ABC?
No, I don't.
A is for antecedent, B is for the behavior, and C is the consequence. So an antecedent is somebody teasing him and calling him names or
The cause. Yeah.
that triggers it. And the thing B is the behavior, and C is the consequence. The consequence is now the teacher says go to the headmaster's office or you go to the school or things like that. So, and it's difficult. He'll find that this is not me. It's unfair. Why should I be punished for one thing that fellow did? And this unfairness works into him more and more. So each day he's liable to get more aggressive. So the teachers have to work out a program, and all the schools have educational psychologists coming in. They should work with them to try and help him on that front. How is he academically? Is he going down or is he?
He's been going down, losing concentration over these few months.
Yeah, that is the big difficulty when all this happens, the academic progress goes down. This is an age when academic progress should not go down. So our responsibility as parents is to love him and support him and look for the good things every day. And when you see something good, however small it is, praise and encourage. That's the most important thing. The other thing with teenagers is, as you know, it's common that their brains are upside down. One minute they're very compliant, the next minute they can be violent. And it's very difficult to predict what's going to happen or what's not going to happen. They can be very difficult. And then you have to teach him the anger rules. Now, for those who are watching this video, if this is your first time, it would be nice to press the subscribe button and the bell button so that I can send you more notifications as soon as the videos are being posted. And share this if you like it. If you watch till the end, you will get some more advice on anger management. And the most important thing is that when you are confronting your teenager who's angry, whether he's at home or wherever he is, you have to imagine that there are lots of stickers on his body saying, fragile, handle with care. Because you don't know when they can burst. And that's the most important part of it. They can be very fragile. But if you support him and work with him, he will get there. And it's your duty to work with the school authorities because it's teamwork. They mustn't see you as an enemy. You mustn't see the teachers as an enemy. And if you identify the bully, I cannot say it will make sense to go and tackle the bully's parents. It's best not to go that way. So these are the things to do. And then teach your son Rob some of the anger rules. Do you know anything about anger rules?
I don't.
Yeah. Last year, I was seeing a young man, 14 years old, with his mother, and she was very concerned about his anger in the school, almost like Rob. And he lashes out at classmates and everything, and even lashes out at a teacher, more often at the physical education teacher. Although he's good in sports and everything, something is happening there with that teacher. And so when she came and told me he's angry, we have to do something about his anger. I said, you already know it is that teacher that's causing some of the problem. We can't get rid of the teacher, so we have to help him. And because your son also has ADHD as an additional component, hunger would kick in towards the evening. So the medications might stop working and all that will come. So your business, as soon as he comes home, is to have food on the table ready and you move away. Let him eat and let him get over the hunger business. He can go to his room, he can stomp, he can thump, he can bang the walls, do what he wants. When he's calm and he comes down, don't talk to him about what happened earlier. Talk other things and say, when you feel ready and you can come and talk to me in this kind of voice that I'm talking to you, then I will try and help you. But it's more important that you talk calmly. And the same thing for all of us parents. Whenever we're trying to confront a situation, if we get up and what the hell is this, then we're lost. So we have to keep calm. It's not easy to keep calm for me. It's okay to say, keep calm. But you on the front line, it's not easy. But if you practice some breathing exercises and teach Rob and all the other parents who are listening to this teach their children, breathe in, calm, beautiful air from outside into the lungs, and breathe out through the mouth, warm, angry air. And they do that 5 times, and most times, more than 50% of the anger is calmed down. And especially if they say to themselves, I'm taking in cool air into my lungs, and I'm breathing out warm, angry air into the environment. So it goes like that, and they will work on that. And little by little, your Mama Time, Papa Time, and other things where you find the good things, praise and encourage. And another important thing is find the funny. There are lots of funny things that these youngsters do. You have to identify those funny things and praise and encourage. That was great. That joke that you said that day, that is wonderful. So those kind of things. So make them feel good about it. And the more you become on that aspect with them, then things will start to work well. And I'm going to tell you about the anger rules. For that boy who came last year, I told him to write down the anger rules. And they said being angry is okay. And his mother was not happy at all. You're saying anger is okay? What do you mean, doctor? I said, it is okay to be angry. Even Jesus was angry. You know that. So anger is okay. What comes after the anger is what's bad. So let the anger come, let it go. One of the important things is that however angry this young person is, it's like a storm. It comes and it goes. It's not permanent. So you have to weather the storm. Take it easy. And the rules that your son or daughter must understand are 3. The first thing is, do not harm yourself. Make him write it down and then paste it on the bedroom door, living room, dining room, wherever, so that he can see this. And whenever things are going bad, say, look at that, look at that. So he has to know the angle. Number 1, don't harm yourself. Many youngsters, when they're very angry, bang their head on the table or on the wall, bash the door, they hurt their wrist, they do that. And some may even go further to do other self-harm difficulties. So number 1 is look after yourself. And the parents must also look after themselves. They must also stay good and calm and all that. Number 2, the second rule has 2 components. Do not hurt others. And what are these 2 components? The first is do not hurt others physically. No kicking, no punching, no biting, nothing like that, no spitting. And the part B is more important. Do not hurt others by word. Because sometimes you say something terrible, like, I hate you, why was I born into this family and all that. And that's a wound that comes into the heart. It's not easy to heal, and nobody can see that wound. But you as parents have to bear with that. And if you tell somebody else something like that, it will hurt. So in part of the anger rules is, do not hurt others by word. Still easy for me to say, not easy for those who have to practice it, but if it gets into practice regularly, it will work. And the third anger rule is, do not destroy things. You're very angry, you have your mobile phone, you throw it, that will break. There's money gone, wasted. Or you might have something else, you throw that, you throw a plate of food, lots of things you can do. So these are the 3 very important things that you have to teach your son, have it all over the place. And you will also find that when you look into these things, there are lots of things that you can share with others. And I hope that you found this useful. The parent I was telling you about last year, and she found that just by giving him food on the table at 4 o'clock when he comes from school, had such a calming effect on him. And she passed on that message to other parents who are with her son in the school, and they all found that helpful. So not all people identify hunger as one of the causes, and not all people identify tiredness as one of the causes. And this is very important to identify and work with that. And when you consider hunger, especially now in this lockdown period, if they're at home and you have to work from home, you don't want any noise, these 2 youngsters can't sit in one room, so there will be clashes. And in order to help the hunger, you might have some snacks there, usually crisps or something like that. But many of these have additives that can make ADHD worse, and that will cause more problem. So be careful, read the labels and work with that. I would appreciate if you would share this thing and press the subscribe button and wait for the next video. Thank you very much.